What's going on, Voodies? It's your boy, Johnny B. And right away, I want to thank you for supporting the VooDoo Chef Podcast. I mean, your support means the world. And you know, VooDoo Chef is my guy. And the podcast is pretty entertaining, even when it's not. So make sure 8 o'clock every Tuesday, you're watching this live stream and remind yourself to do so. How do you do that? Like middle-aged messes like me? You remind with a tube or a phone. I like the tube myself. Alexa, remind me to watch the VooDoo Chef Podcast live streaming every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. There she is. She's reminding me. And now she will every Tuesday. So make sure you do that. Subscribe wherever you like to listen to podcasts and keep showing support. We appreciate it, Voodies.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, Booties? It's a great day here in Tampa, Florida. So great. I got to tell you, we've already been partying like rock stars. At 5 o'clock tonight, we had an event for Pig Jig. If you don't know what Pig Jig is, it is the largest amateur barbecue competition in the Southeast. And as the lead judge, I had to go hang out at the sponsors party tonight. I got to tell you, I had a great cigar from J.C. Newman. It's called the American. If you haven't had it, 100% American tobacco, just a very, very good product. And then, I'd be lying. They didn't have Blue Note at the bar, but that's okay. We got Blue Note here for tonight, and we're going to crack this bad boy open here in a little bit. It's sad that we crack a new bottle open every week, is what it is. H is on the board of directors of the VooDoo Chef Foundation. He and I were hanging out tonight. Nick Nack was here getting the podcast ready. Big shout out, much love. And so we started the night with 512 on the rocks, and then we moved to snake bites. And I'm going to tell you, if you have not had a snake bite with Añejo 512 and Woodford, you might never had a snake bite. And then we switched to straight Woodford because we knew we were coming home for the podcast to drink some Blue Note. But one thing, very important, party responsible. One thing that we got to keep sharing with you guys, we do like to party like rock stars. And, of course, that term's worn out. So party like a monster. Maybe I'll switch to my monster hat here in a little bit. But please don't ever believe the persona over the person. We party responsible. We drink responsibly, and we just like to have a good time. So you do you. Keep doing what you do. Thanks for being here tonight on the VooDoo Chef Podcast. We're starting solo tonight because yet again, another drop-off. This one from our good friend, Chef Carlos Villanueva. The box is already open because it's huge. But I do want to share with you, he thought this would be the perfect addition to VooDoo Studios, and I can't deny. I mean, when you grew up, when I did, it was all about the neon signs hanging in the bars, and I don't know where Carlos found this, but this is a Molson Ice sign that used to hang in a bar, and he picked this up and he said, "Dude, this would be perfect in your fucking studio." And hopefully the next time we tune in, I'll actually have this hung and plugged in. But we might have to wait until someone comes and hangs it and gets it plugged in. Nothing but love for Carlos. Appreciate that, my friend. And again, please do not feel like you need to send us anything at all. VooDoo Chef, P.O. Box 2301, Baltimore, Florida, 33647. We love sharing everything. Last week we talked about Tillman, and a couple weeks ago. This is still sitting here from last week. This one's not open. This one is Grandma's Red Sauce. Can't wait to open that one. We had the competition sauce. If you have not seen the calendar for this month, Tillman is joining us at the end of the month. He's competing at the Jack on 10/12, October 12th. Gonna be fucking baller. I can't wait to get him in here. Tonight, Chef Tim Kielich from Ardea Country Club. Next week, Chef Andrea Paulino from the Epicurean Hotel. The week after that, Chef Cole McBride, who I call Chef Cole Pfeiffer. If you saw Prison Break, you know what I'm talking about. Chef Cole Pfeiffer, McBride. From Fat Rabbit, where on November 20th, we are having a badass party. Mark your calendar now. 22nd, Chef Steve Gonzalez. We are lined up with chefs this month. And then Chef Tillman. It's going to be a great, great, great fucking month on the VooDoo Chef Podcast. November 20th, of course, we have our opening party. November 9th, the VooDoo Chef Golf Tournament. I'm telling you now, teams are already filling up. Make sure if you want to bring your foursome to the VooDoo Chef Golf Tournament, which I tell you, not your granddaddy's golf tournament, make sure you sign up now. VooDooChefGolf.com. Book your foursome. You can go to VooDooChef.com and get your foursome there as well. I don't know what it costs. I don't know. Because my job is to come hang out with you guys, party like fucking monsters, and have a great, great time. Make sure you book them now. And then we go to the end of the year, and then it's time for Gasparilla, and we all know what that's like. Guys, right now, click the share button. Let everybody know where you're hanging out tonight. You're hanging out with the VooDoo Chef and the entire family. And guess what? They're going to be here in 90 seconds.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay better listen up. VooDoo Chef is here, he's about to disrupt. He'll taste it all, give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words, he's the one they see.
So what we got here is Ardea Country Club's Wagyu Wellington burger. So this is $75.15, 8-ounce Wagyu, American Wagyu beef patty. The mushrooms on top of it we sauteed with the VooDoo dirt. So it's got the espresso, it's got the brown sugar, some nice sweetness. The sauce on it is a Dijon aioli. And then we've got some Gruyere Fontina blend on top of that. And underneath the sweet Vidalia onions and the scarlet butter lettuce. So we wanted to take a take on the classic beef Wellington. You got the mustard, you got the mushrooms, the prosciutto. We took the nice, soft Euro-baked brioche bun, didn't toast it, because we want that soft flakiness like you would get in a Wellington.
Holy cow, dude.
Just a little something we slapped together over at our Ardea Country Club, you know, things that we do on a regular basis.
Make sure you check them out. You don't have to be a member to eat there.
Just tell them
know
Chef
Tim.
Tim.
In my opinion.
You know, that's absolutely hysterical that at the end of that, we're like, just home Chef Tim. That's what I tell everybody. And Chef Pat, you've been with me one day. We just went to sit and smoke cigars and drink beers on the back patio there on the fairway. Man, Chef came out. He brought us some mott salad. He again, 5 o'clock. I started. He brought us everything but a fucking hamburger, which was ironic because he said he was going to make me a hamburger, and then he brought me a smoking old fashioned that they serve at the bar, and he said, "Don't worry, I made it with Jack." So, just
I had some pictures somewhere. I just can't put my hands on them now.
You know, I was sitting here. I was going to try to find them, but I mean, I went, yeah, I'm giving up already.
The problem is I don't remember what month that was, so I can't have any trouble narrowing it down.
I think it was. Well, we know it was a Friday. Big
Sure.
Eddie C, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I don't know. You come in every Tuesday. I don't know why I'm thanking you tonight.
Yeah, I know. What's so different? Same
Wrong
old, man. Just trying to get back in the swing of work. 5 days off, kind of fucked the whole routine up, and so I really floundered yesterday and today. It was just kind of like I couldn't put any like routine together. It was the weirdest shit. It was like I'd been off for a year. So
I don't feel like I've been off at all, Big Daddy. I've been on since 5 o'clock. You missed it. What's different about tonight? VooDoo Chef's been working since 5 o'clock, so he's already gotten started. Had a nice big American JC Newman American cigar.
ooh.
I got to tell you, I smoke a $10 stick. It's a $22 stick. Definitely well worth it. And we've been getting after it since 5 o'clock. You got any pregnant lady pee over there tonight?
No, I ate dinner and I was gonna crack one open. It was like there was just no room. I had some pasta, so that pretty much did it, man. I guess I'll save that. I have one last pregnant Chica Piss beer. I don't know when I'll get to it. Maybe Thursday when the Bucks play. So we'll see.
How about them Bucks, man?
Right.
Oh, Big Eddie C froze up. But I got to tell you, when I asked him how about that Bucks,
Son of a bitch.
he right, son of a bitch. When I asked him about the Bucks, it was really just a segue. So Patrick, that's our fantasy football, whatever you want to call it.
Tom?
Can you give us a fantasy football update? Who won this week? I did.
I can. Let's see here. So this week here we had some close matchups, and then we had some unfortunately not so close matchups.
I don't know if you saw. I trounced whoever I played.
Let me see here. Let me share my screen here. It looks like they have this weekly report finally up.
I don't know what that is. I just know that I won.
It's coming. Here it is. All right. So I don't know if you can see over here. I know you're not wearing your glasses. So in the weekly chat here, they give us a nice little weekly report. Comes out Tuesday mornings just to let us know how we all did, or how bad we did, I should say. So going here, what they say, best manager just for the week itself, we have Chu. Connor coming into the worst manager position.
Oh, I can't wait to go back in the house. Not that
so his team set the worst lineup, only scored 70% of their possible score. Biggest blowout, unfortunately, was the matchup I was in. Got my ass handed to me.
Man, that's too bad.
34% margin. I know, right? Not undefeated anymore, unfortunately.
Was.
So narrow victory. You had a fairly narrow victory, 170 to 161.
Oh, I didn't know it was that close.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Lowest scorer here, Bridge King, only scored a little over 110 points, 111 points. Connor below expectations, and then Batman here, highest scorer, unfortunately, with 188 points, which is who I lost to.
Who was that?
My dad.
Talk about karma. Dad, did he call you up and go, there you go, bitch?
No, it was the final score was 188 to 140. It was over. Wow. It was over before the 4 o'clock games. Let's put it that way.
So I gotta believe that you and Connor are still in like first place. But one thing I saw is that a lot of the teams that were losing, including myself, were winning, and a lot of teams that were winning, including yourself, lost this week.
We did, yeah. There was a little bit of a flip, but I mean it's only what week 3 here, so it's not unexpected. Let's put it that way.
All right, so everybody out there, just so we're all clear, if you remember last week, homie was talking bad shit.
Well, I only lost one game. It's fine, but
now, last week we were only in week 2. But mad shit was being thrown last week.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I was undefeated. Now I'm 3-1 along with 3 other people. So it's pretty tight. Let's put it that way.
I lost, but it's only week 4. Last week it was like I'm undefeated, bitch.
Yeah, before 3 weeks in, it's all good. It's all good. Nobody undefeated. Let's put it that way.
Hey, we do it every week. It's the fantasy football update. If you're playing fantasy football, let us know where you're at. We'd love to know, especially me. Let me know who I got to pick, who I got to change on my team, because generally I don't change anybody. It's just a wish and a prayer, and I hope. But make sure you're keeping me up to date, if not anybody else. Again, tonight we got Longboat McGillicuddy. It is a pirate's life. He is drinking rum. But you may know him as his alternate name, also known as Chef Timothy Kielich from Ardea Country Club, and his best half, Miss Amelia, is looking at us in the green room, and oh my God, she is the best pirate of all. And look at her. If you guys could see what I see, oh my God, now she's hiding. But Longboat's going to join us in a minute. Tonight's top 3, I didn't get to tell you guys. Top 3 cereals. Maybe we can get Miss Amelia to play with us. I don't know where Milo is tonight. Milo's always a great addition. Maybe that's him. Top 3 cereals. Top 3 cereals is what we're going to do. And, of course, as always, we got Florida Man and VooDoo Games coming a little later. We had a lot going on this week in the community. We're going to talk about that in a minute, especially when we get Tim on. Tim and I both live rather close to the Bay, and, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the impact on our industry and in our community as a whole. But before we do that, Big Eddie C, are you all clear?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's that time.
We're down in the Sunshine State, where the swamps are wild and the gators wait. There's a game show crazier than you ever seen. It's called Florida Man, y'all the ultimate scene. Contestants line up, chance to win some cash, but it ain't no ordinary quiz. This ain't no flash. News headlines flashing on the big screen, guessing true or false, fighting for the dream. Florida Man, yeah, he's headlining the show. True or false, y'all, which way will you go? Florida Man, he's got tales beyond belief. Try to guess, but there's no relief, no relief. Oh, relief.
It's time for Florida Man. We play this every week. Me and Big Eddie C, both of us Florida Men, and Patrick, we've kind of adopted him. We like him a little bit. We're going to play Florida Man. If you are going to play along with us, please remember in your chat when we're playing, type number 1, true or false, number 2, true or false, number 3, true or false. We're going to do 3 Florida Man headlines. Our job is to determine true or false. They could be real headlines. They could be just some shit that Big Eddie C made up. We will find out in a minute here. Big Eddie C, what do we got tonight in Florida Man?
Well, we got 3 questions, true or false.
Yes.
Posed to you by none other than the original Florida Man, or at least I drank a few of them and said some shit that I'll never repeat on this fucking podcast.
True statement on that. I was there, and I wish I wasn't. Big Eddie C, before we get to that, Florida Avenue Brewing, Dead Parrot or something like that. Have you ever had it?
I don't know if I have or not. It doesn't sound familiar. I might have.
It might not be called Dead Parrot. It might be called something else. I don't like beer. I don't like microbrews. I absolutely love that beer. And I'm going to be hanging out at Florida Ave sometime over the next 3 weeks. I'll definitely let everybody know. Come out and have a dead parrot with me, and we'll have a good time. All right, Big Eddie C, I turn to you. I'll get you some dead parrot.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
We'll put a case in your phone.
Okay. Florida Man, headline number 1, true or false? Florida man offers police officer $3 and a chicken dinner for sex.
True. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in that fast, Pat, but, I am a little competitive. Florida man offers a police officer $3 and a chicken dinner. Sounds like he was at Church's for sex. And I am going to go true on that. If you're out there in the chat world, let us know. Number one, true or false. Jen's checking in with true. I have stated true. Pat, do you want to jump in at any time?
I'm going to go false on this one. I can see offering somebody that. I don't know about a policeman.
All right.
Unless they're
Florida man might have offered someone that. Just so we all know, Florida man would have offered everyone that. So we've got Chen checking in true. I'm in a true. Big Patrick is knick-knack paddywhack. Jen Lee saying undercover. There was nothing undercover about that at all. He saw somebody in a police officer uniform and said, "Hey, yo, come here." I'm going true. Patrick says false. Big Eddie C, where are we at?
Well, this one, folks, was false. One of those chat thing generators spit this one out. I figured I was going to spice it up and say it was a chicken dinner from either like Church's or Popeyes to see if that would have swayed the chances of anybody voting one way or the other. But I figured, the $3. I don't know who the cop would have been. Yeah.
I'll hold my tongue. All right, going on number 2.
Why start now?
Milo. Milo's in the green room right now. My main man. I can't wait. Milo, where's that ring? Milo? Let's see it. All right, Big Eddie C, Florida man number 2.
Okay, headline number 2, true or false?
Yes.
Florida man and his girlfriend arrested after taping a lottery ticket together and trying to claim the $1 million prize.
Okay, Big Eddie C, we're back to they. You know how I feel about pronouns. We're back to they. It's not Florida they. I'm coming in going false because it's Florida they, not Florida man. I'm going false. We got Don Hill checking in with true. Don Hill, much love for checking in early tonight. It's nice to see you. Don, we have got to get you live on trivia. All right, Patrick, I don't know what I said because, again, I started at 5. I think I said false. Jen's checking it true. John's checking in it true. Everybody's against me. Might as well join the cause, Pat.
I am. I'm going true.
Pat's going with true. We will see here. Big Eddie C, Florida man number 3. What do we have?
Story number 2 here was sadly true. In somewhere, I don't know where the fuck this is. Escambia
Florida.
County? Well, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, hashtag Jimmy. It wasn't Polk. It was Escambia County. I think that's in the
hashtag Jimmy checking in. We didn't get the normal hashtag Jimmy as he got in the room. Of course, one of our homeboys from way back. And he didn't say Polk. He said false unless it was Polk. If it happened to Polk, he believes it. So he's playing Polk man, not Florida man. And, of course, Jimmy's an Edwards brat. So
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Big Eddie, see you're talking like a Ben Stiller movie reference, and I'll leave it at that.
Are we back?
Yeah, you sounded like a Ben Stiller movie reference that you and I make a lot, and we'll just leave that hang out there.
No shit.
All right, I lost, so I don't know that there's a reason to play, but let's do Florida Man number 3 anyway. Florida Man number 3, of course. True or false? Big Eddie C is going to read it, and Jimmy, I don't know who the fuck Kevin is. Kevin's on at the same time. Unless you're talking about Kevin Sullivan, I have no idea who Kevin is. Yeah. Kevin Steele, lead singer of Rocks Gang. I know him too. But irregardless, as my buddy Bill would say, Florida Man number 3, Big Eddie C. Let's hear it.
Okay. Last but not least, Florida Man story number 3, true or false? Florida man punches another Florida man for complimenting his car.
Wow, that's a double down. Tim, shake your head yes if that happened at one of the car shows you were at. I'm going with true. My buddy chef, Tim Kielich, who is a Buffalo transplant through Dunedin, Florida man by heart and love, pirate by birth. I'm going with that is true, and hopefully this will save me a little bit of salvation. Pat?
I'm going to go true on this one here as well, I think.
Mitch Smithy finally checking in with true. Jimmy Fike saying All Access Live. Yeah, that would be All Access Live. I don't know what you're talking about. All love. Jennifer saying true. Don Hill saying false. Pat, you just said whatever because we're going for the win. Jimmy saying false. I don't remember what I said. I remember Tim shaking his head. Big Eddie C. Dude, if you notice, the hat's riding low. Yeah. I don't even know where my glasses are. I've got.
Well, when do you?
Right? I've got 2 open bottles of bourbon on the table. Big Eddie C. Why should today be any different? Big Eddie C. Where are we at? True or false on this?
Okay. Story number 3. You achieved some measure of redemption. This one was true. And no, I didn't plan this, but this is for hashtag Jimmy. This happened in Polk County about a month ago. So
not only is it true,
when I go through these, I don't know the county, but almost invariably one of the true ones, if it turns out that way, it's Polk, man. I mean, that's the capital of Florida, man. They should call it Florida Man County instead of Polk.
you know, most importantly, Big Eddie, see what I love most about that is not only are we doing Florida Man stories, but as educators, we're doing current event Florida Man stories.
Mm-hmm. We are.
But down in the Sunshine State, where the swamps are wild and the gators wait, there's a game show crazier than you ever seen. It's called Florida Man, y'all the ultimate scene.
Joining us right now, look at my main man, Chef Tim Kielich, throwing the love. We've got Milo with him. Milo, my main homeboy. What's going on, buddies?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's happening?
Hey.
Tim, I was supposed to come by your house last night. I ain't going to lie. Man, Monday Night Raw was off the chart. Not that I watch wrestling. Somebody told me that. And then I got tied up in a big jig.
Would have gone to Buffalo Wild Wings and had a couple of ice cold Coors Lights or anything like that. You definitely don't want to do that.
So can we go full honesty?
Yeah, of course.
So I text him. I said, "Hey, buddy, are you at work or are you at home? I've got a little bottle of Blue Note for you," which, by the way, I opened and started drinking. I got another one for you. There's my girl. What's going on? So I'm like, are you at work or at home? And he goes, I'm at home working on the moped, drinking. If you want to come over and hang out, come on over. And I was like, all right, I got to go to Tim's house and drop off some Blue Note. And the next time I looked at my watch, it was 10 o'clock. And I'm like, fuck, I ain't going to Tim's house now. So, because in that same text, you text me 6:30 to 2 work, 4 to 6
Jack Willie's,
and then I'm good. And I was like, well, if he's got to work at 6 and I got to work at 6, if I go over there, we're going to do nothing but empty the bottle of Blue Note, and it's not going to be good for either one of us.
And yet, I got the moped running, and we got some chicken wings from Jack's, and Amelia played soccer, and the
Rockstar.
world was right? And you finished the Blue Note anyway.
And I've got more than enough Blue Note for all of us. And I got a bottle of, I think it's called, I know you're a rum guy because you're a pirate. I think it's called Conquistador. Hold on.
After these messages, we'll be right back with more booze.
So wasn't even close.
Okay.
Do I know my man Tim Kielich?
Oh,
or
you
what?
got the Venezuelan as well, I see.
Do I know my man Tim Kielich or what? I got you, homie. So those of you who don't know, our great friend, Chef Tim Kielich, he is a VooDoo Chef Foundation supporter since day one. The day I met Tim, I came home and I told my wife, I met two of the coolest dudes ever. I hope we are friends for life. And I truly feel that, Chef. I love you. I love your family. I love everything you stand for. And I'm happy that to this day, we are still friends.
You and I both. Are you kidding me?
This is for you, my friend.
And look, I got all these. Look at all these tiny supporters, all these tiny booties.
Dude,
I want to be on the podcast. I want to talk to Erik. I want to talk to Erik. I want to talk to Erik.
So
not only have I supported you, you've supported me, and huge fan of my family, and these kids are huge fans of yours and everything that you do. So,
and Tim, a former Tim's a CIA grad. You want to say it, or the best culinary school in the world?
The number one culinary school in the country. That's absolutely right.
I would say the world, not the country. I would say the world.
It's lovely this time of year.
I would absolutely say the world. And if you have not been to the CIA, you must please pay a visit. I'm not talking San Antonio or California. You've got to go to Hyde Park and check it out. It is probably the eighth wonder of the world. If you were to eighth wonder of the modern world, if you were to ask me, it is truly a phenomenal place. And Chef Tim Kielich is a graduate of the Culinary Institute of America. And just more importantly, Tim, I could give a shit about your culinary degree or any of that. Tim is a man's man, a family man, and that's what I love about you, my friend. His wife, Tim, spent some time as a culinary educator. His wife is an educator, and it doesn't come on here to talk about food or anything. Tim is always talking about the foundation. Tim, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to talk about the foundation, and then we're not talking about the foundation at all.
What foundation? Which one?
The VooDoo Chef Foundation.
The VooDoo Chef Foundation. Oh. You see, I have this problem where I just get involved in as many foundations as I possibly can, but you know what? The best one and the first one, the VooDoo Chef Foundation. And I'll tell you, I can't tell you anything more rewarding than watching these kids. Erik gave me the opportunity, gave me 2 sous chefs at the first culinary competition, and then gave them both scholarships, and then continued to give scholarships. He says, just come play foodie with us. And I go out there to make food, whatever, and he gives me students to help me, and they do all the work. And then he gives them money for school. And these kids are amazing, and they do anything that I ask them to do, and they're darn good at it. And every year I keep coming back, and I say, who's going to give me this year? How many helpers are you going to give me this year? How many helpers are you going to help this year? And oh my goodness, the money just keeps going up and up and up and up. And he says, this year it's $40,000. This year it's $60,000. This year it's $100,000. Like, holy smokes, these kids are getting real money to go to real school, to get real lessons. And it's amazing. And so I don't win very many awards. I'm kind of terrible at competitions, but that's just me. I don't play to win, I play to play. And it's super exciting that it gives me these kids that want to play with me and get money and scholarships out of the whole deal. So as many years as you keep doing it, I'll keep supporting it.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay better listen up. VooDoo Chef is here, he's about to disrupt. He'll taste it all, give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words, he's the one they see.
we got here is Ardea Country Club's Wagyu Wellington burger. So this is 75-15, 8 ounce Wagyu, American Wagyu beef patty. The mushrooms on top of it we sauteed with the VooDoo dirt. So it's got the espresso, it's got the brown sugar, some nice sweetness. The sauce on it is a Dijon aioli. And then we've got some Gruyere Fontina blend on top of that. And underneath the sweet vanilla onions and the scarlet butter lettuce. So we wanted to take a take on the classic beef Wellington. You got the mustard, you got the mushrooms, the prosciutto. We took the nice, soft Euro-baked brioche bun, didn't toast it, because we want that soft flakiness like you would get in a Wellington.
Holy cow, dude.
Just a little something we slapped together over our Ardea Country Club, things that we do on a regular basis.
Make sure you check them out. You don't have to be a member to eat there.
Just tell them
know
Tim.
In my opinion.
Don't text me, don't at me, and don't slash me and say, dude, you showed it twice. No fucking shit. Because Tim Kielich's a badass. And Tim, much
He
love.
deserves
He absolutely does. And I got to tell you that when we showed up there, Tim, you took such good care of us, man. Rock star of a chef. And I'm not even going to get into trophies, awards, or any of that. You're number one in my book, my friend. So we're gonna play our top three real quick. Yeah, we got to get Amelia and Milo in here. You guys got to come to a consensus as a team.
I think we already did.
Well, if you're out there, make sure you're getting your top three cereals ready. Start lining them up in your head. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. Don't dump them. Jen, listen to me. Do not put all three in the text message at once. 3, and then we'll do 2, and then we'll do 1. Let's create a little bit of suspense here. I love that. What is that on your head?
What is
I
that?
don't have my glasses. What is that?
Tell them. Stitch.
Oh, I thought that was Stitch.
We went to Disney last weekend and let her make her own ears.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
awesome. Who's on the other one? Who's not Stitch?
This is Stitch, and the other one's Lotso.
Man, that is awesome. I didn't know you can make your own ears. That's awesome. That is
That's on my way.
all right, so before we do top three, as everybody's trying to figure out their top three cereals, Tim, tell us a little bit about your Oktoberfest festivities, which unfortunately had to be canceled because I see you in your hat. I wish I had the photos of you riding around in your lederhosen on the scooter, and I love the bourbon glass with water, Milo.
He's drinking milk. But yes, so we dodged a bullet. Like you alluded to earlier, you should see the terror around our street. And the club lost power, and I lost $6,000 worth of product and power at the club. Our house, luckily, was unscathed. The rest of our neighbors, not so much. In poor taste and poor timing to go with a party. But my sisters needed some help. They came over here, just kind of turned into an impromptu type family Oktoberfest. And I'm disappointed that I couldn't do it, but I'm excited to do it bigger and better next year and invite everybody over that's never been here before and that had some impact and all that kind of stuff.
And every year, Tim
I'll tell you
does
more,
not-
but it was a really crappy day. So.
It really was. And every year Tim does this Oktoberfest, and every aspect of Oktoberfest takes place at Tim's house. I live probably 2 miles away, and unfortunately and regrettably I've not been. Tim, if you are locking that on your calendar already, if you send me the date like before the end of the year, I'm gonna put it on my calendar because, dude, it's a fucking party, and I can't believe I miss it every year.
Yeah.
But
we bought trophies and we bought medals and we got everything. Here's our Oktoberfest medal for kids Steinhold.
It's Steinhold. There's pictures of everybody holding beers out like this, and if you hold it the longest, you win.
Trophies and all kind of stuff. Yeah, oh yeah. We do it up
So-
right. We make schnitzel and make handmade spetzel and make
braised red cabbage. We make bratwurst with potato buns, spiced sauerkraut. We make Konigan Pasteten, which is the thing that I may or may not have made up, which is ground dill and chemical with peas baked inside a puff pastry that's got caraway seeds on top of it, and you dip it in mustard sauce. It's the most amazing thing ever. And so, luckily, I didn't buy all the ingredients for it. I bought all the ingredients to do it at the
That
club.
flew over most people's heads, Tim.
Power, so.
Dude, that flew over most people's head. That was incredible. Oh, so all right, true confessions here. And that's so stolen from the Kiss when they were on the Tom Snyder interview. I texted him earlier, and I'm like, dude, I'm running late. I had a 5 o'clock. I'm not going to be able to come by. Are we still good? And he says, dude, I got 3 bottles of rum. I might be a little too far gone by the podcast. I started at 5. What time did you start, Tim?
Well, let's see. I got home at 1:30, and I put the speedometer on the motorbike in the back there. Did some work out there. I picked Milo up at 3. We went to Jack Willie's, had a half a dozen beers and some chicken wings. We got back, picked up Amelia, went to the library, came back, had a half a dozen more, then walked into a bottle of rum. So I don't know. 2?
You know what that is? That's a motherfucking pirate right there.
2 for 1.
It looks like we got 3 for 1.
We got
and it's time for our top 3. Get your top 3 cereals ready.
Gotta make a top 3 about everything I see. From the places I've been to the food I wanna eat. Give me a topic, any topic. I'll give you my decree. The best of the best. It's all about my expertise. Top 3. That's how I roll. I'm taking control. From rock to movies, all the way to my favorite TV show. Top 3. Ain't nothing better. My picks can be beat. So sit back and listen. 'Cause this is my ultimate beat.
If you're just joining us, we're here with Chef Timothy Kielich from Ardea Country Club, one of the founding supporters of the VooDoo Chef Foundation, founding member of the VooDoo crew, and just an all-around rock star. If you're just now joining us, click that share button. Let all your friends know where you're at, where you're hanging out. Invite them to come hang out with us tonight. We're getting ready for our top 3 cereals. And you're welcome to play along with us. Before we do, let's take care of some of these comments. We got Ronnie K checking in. Ronnie K, what is going on? Please let me know what Tim wants an invite to. If it's the party, no invitation needed. All we do is party. Please join us at any time. Jimmy
wants to
Pike.
go to Oktoberfest.
Oh, for the Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
That's up to Tim, but I will definitely let you know. It'll be on my calendar. Jimmy Fike, false. I agree. False. That's probably old. I don't know.
That's old.
All right, let's get into our top 3 cereals. Tim, do me a favor. Can you go like that with your phone?
Hey.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Not that I have
There
ADD.
you go.
And now I get everybody. Milo's ahead of the game. Wait.
He didn't ask.
Does Marcelo, do you make like Rice Krispie treats out of that, Milo?
Don't ruin the surprise.
All right, here we go. Let's do our top 3 cereals. Starting number 3. Number 3. Let's start with Patrick tonight. Patrick, what's your number 3 cereal? If you're out there following along, let us know what your favorite cereals are. Number 3 only. Number 3. No honorable mentions. We're going straight through. 3, 2, 1. We got Don Hill checking in with corn flakes. That's because I'm not going to make any old jokes, Don. I love you. We got Heather Boyett checking in with what the fuck? Heather, number 3, Kix James number 3. Kicks. Oh, Heather, number 3. Kicks.
Kicks.
Man.
The band.
I thought Kicks was a band that sang, Cold Blood.
Girl Money.
And we got James checking in with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Nick Nack, where are you at with number 3?
My number 3, I went with Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, number 3.
That's an old school. We got Mitch checking in with Honey Nut Cheerios. Lots of jokes. I'll let them go because of Amelia. And I will tell you, I've had every cereal that's on the board so far. Still not my number 3. Big Eddie C, where are you at?
My number 3 is probably the spiritual cousin of that Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the Golden Grams, man.
Golden Grams, man.
But just a little bit soggy. You know, you got to pour the milk on, and you need to wait about 4 or 5 minutes, then get after it.
Right.
Otherwise, your gums are gone.
Yep.
Exactly. Because that's just like hot garbage. Hot hard garbage. Okay. Ronnie, I now understand. We've got one person answering for multiple people. Ronnie, Jim is Honey Bunches of Oats, and Ronnie K is Raisin Bran. Absolutely disgusting, just so you know. Fruit is nowhere in the 5 food groups whatsoever. Butter, bacon, caffeine, carbs, and bourbon. No fruit. My number 3, and so we know, we have to also consider the debate of the amount of milk. Are you a heavy milk? Are you a light milk? Do you use heavy milk, eat the cereal, and then drink the milk? Do you do it all at once? So many variations of how we eat cereal. But at the end of the day, my number 3 is Cocoa Puffs because I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. All right. Thank you for the golf clap, Amelia. I appreciate it. All right, let's go to the Kielich family. What's number 3 cereal in the Kielich household? Honey Nut Cheerios. They say those are heart healthy. I don't know.
So my cholesterol's gone down 23 points.
Oh put that back up, Tim.
So
because the box with Amelia doing 3, that might be our new top 3 video. Oh my goodness! Oh, look at that! Give us the punch! Look at Milo. Milo got great.
Hey, wait! I thought I was the special guest here today. What's going on?
Look at that! Oh, now they're all stealing rings. All right, so we got Honey Nut at number 3. I got to tell you, I am not a fan of honey at all. But for some reason, when you put it on cereal, it does not have that honey implication. It's more of just that sugar sweetness, which I absolutely love. And of course, Jim says no milk. I'd love to know what everybody else thinks. Amelia, hold on. We're going to solo you out. Look at that right there. Do it again, baby. Look at that. Look at the double. There we go. Tim, get your face in the picture. You gotta love that. You're so gonna solo that out like you don't even know. That was amazing. Such a camera hog. I love that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Tim, we're gonna start with you and go backwards. Tell us your number 2 favorite cereal. And of course, you guys actually have showcases there. Let's see what we got. Cracklin' Oat Bran. Is that healthy?
Another heart-healthy, cholesterol-lowering cereal.
All right, we've got people checking in on the milk situation. We've got Heather Boyette checking in saying she soaks it. James 3 dips it.
Yeah, 3 dips. Yeah, 3 dips.
I don't know if we're talking about cereal anymore, but we'll let that go. What is that?
Yeah, no, you got to soak it. Cracklin' Oat Bran, another one. You gotta watch those gums, man. Gum bleeding and things like that. You don't want to do that.
My dentist, Dr. Charlie Moore, would love if you ate that without milk. And if you don't know the dentist, you check out my good friend, Dr. Charles Moore.
Need multiple rounds.
I don't even know why I
tell
brought
him
up.
I'm coming for him, and my family's coming with me.
You know what? If you need a dentist,
dental checkups.
if you need a dentist, Chuck, you can call me. I've known Charlie since I was 6 years old. He's a great dude. All right, so Cracklin' Oat Bran, I'm going to tell you the truth. We've reached a cereal that I have not eaten, and I absolutely love cereal. I'm going to go with we got people checking in all around. Honey Nut Chex. Don't know what that is. Never had it. Tricks. Oh, dude, honeycombs. Honeycombs were the jam back in the day. Honeycombs were awesome when I was like 8. Honey Nut Cheerios, Apple Jacks, and Apple Jacks 2. Absolutely amazing when I used to skip 3rd grade. Still, nothing that has stood the test of time. And we're talking about favorite cereals. For me, it has to stand the test of time and still be something I go to today, which is why my number 2, Frosted Flakes. Just an absolute classic, just the right amount of sugar, good wet or dry, especially amazing when you wrap it around ice cream and deep fry it. All right, Nick, Paddywhack, you're number 2.
I'm going to go with some Cinnamon Life. Has to be the cinnamon one, though, because you got to get the little bit of sugar in there. Got to let it soak. And then you got to get all the...
died from drinking Coke and eating Pop Rocks?
What?
Wait, other way around. But also, Patrick, I think you got a point. Because he said he's never had Cracklin' Oat Bran, but that Cinnamon Life is like a softer version of Cracklin' Oat Bran.
See, I've never had that one you had either. I've never heard of it, honestly. But I do like Cinnamon Life.
It's a rectangle as hard as a bone.
Because they both
It's like eating the entire chicken wing. It hurts. Right? Cinnamon Life has a similar flavor, and let it soak just a little bit longer. It's a softer version of Cracklin' Oat Bran. So I think
but Tim, what are you trying to do? Clean yourself out? I mean, why do you even want that?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Exactly. Here you go. All right, Big Eddie C, you're number 2.
Stop it.
Okay, so let me move around here. I tell you what, this was tough.
Please
so I decided not to do. No, I'm not doing a downhill. No, three-way tie between the Holy Trinity of Count Chocula, Boo Berry, and Frankenberry.
My man, the 3 unsung heroes of cereal, definitely an honorable mention in my book, and the perfect trifecta to have in the house. Oh, that is such a great
it could have been my top 3 right there, but I thought, I liked them all equally. You know, I went through the phases where it was chocolate, then the blueberry, then the strawberry kind of came sneaking in every once in a while. So, you know, it's just great.
Man, Frankenberry, my God.
Big display at the Target.
And I hope this is nobody's number 1, but another honorable mention is the entire Captain Crunch family of the peanut butter, Captain Crunch, Captain Crunch berries, and Captain Crunch berries. Oops, it's all berries. God, that did not suck at all. That's like SpaghettiOs. Oops, it's all meatballs. I mean, wow. such a culinary masterpiece of a show we're running tonight. Did I mention Tim went to the CIA?
Ooh, yes. All berries. So many berries. There are.
You know, I have a lot of friends that went to Johnson Wales. I have a lot of friends that went to the Culinary Institute of America.
The second best culinary school in the country.
Right. I have friends that went to a lot of different culinary schools. I've sent students to a lot of different culinary schools. But here we are, Tim, the greatest culinary school in the world. Tim saying in the country. I have another real good friend who went to the CIA. I have another former student I sent to the CIA who I eat dinner with and breakfast with quite often. and everybody's like, oh my God, where do you go? What do you eat? Tim's talking about chicken wings. Me and my friend Mike, we talk about going to Crystal's on the way home from work. And me and Carlos, we go to any greasy spoon fucking shit-ass diner we can find. Because just because we cook all this food and want to do all this food doesn't mean we eat any different than any of you. We want all the same things. We want to take your money on all that splurge food. But at the end of the day, we're all just people and eat the same things. So when we're talking about cereal and you're like, oh my God, they're talking about cereal, piss off. And I would have said something else if I didn't have the loves in the room. All right, here we are.
We're talking about real life, aren't we? Right?
What's that?
We're talking about real life, aren't we? What do you do on a day-to-day basis, regardless of where you come from, and what you went to school, and what you do for a living, right? We're talking about real life.
That's it, man.
We all come from different places. We all went to different schools, but we all have one thing in common: cereal is delicious.
Damn straight. Big Eddie C, your number one cereal across the board.
First off, dishonorable mention to any of us who ever had to put water on it because we ran out of milk. So
dishonorable mention. Love that.
Hateful mention.
As you're talking, we're going to keep putting up everybody's number one. Big Eddie C, you're number one.
Oh,
I don't even know what the fuck fruit is, but that sounds more like a clone than anything else, especially the way you spelt it.
Oh, boy. For me, this one was the only easy one because it's always the one I would keep coming back to, man. Captain Crunch, even though that shit was like eating sand spurs.
You need that milk. You got to have it in there. And with Captain Crunch, my honorable mention just outside my top three, but definitely a go-to. Knick Knack Paddywhack, your number one cereal of all time.
So my number one, I'm going Fruity Pebbles. And the nice thing is they're so small that you don't feel bad about having a second bowl.
Or box. I think that Milo and I are going to agree on our number one, along with you, Patrick. Mine is the entire Pebbles family. Doesn't matter if it's cocoa or fruity. They are the number one cereal on the market. They're even better when you take the Rice Krispie treat and sub them in. Milo, you're number one.
Tied in there.
And there it is. Fruity Pebbles.
This is delicious.
Just happened to have some available, didn't you?
It is absolutely delicious.
This is for Heather.
That's for who?
Heather and James. Hi, guys.
For Heather and James. There you go, Heather.
Yep.
The number one cereal, Fruity Pebbles. I think our consensus have it's Heather, the entire Kielich family, myself, and Knick Knack Paddywhack. The number one cereal, Fruity Pebbles. When we come back, I will go ahead, Ed.
I will say this is a good thing because you know how we have people that are kind of de facto banned from here for certain responses.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. Pepsi, fuck you. Sorry.
I was hoping, and thankfully it didn't come true, that somebody didn't put some healthy fucking shit like muesli on there, because that would have been insta-block right there for me.
I don't even know what that is, and if you do, man, right, go watch the Derek Smalls podcast.
If you do,
Your secret in the kitchen, spices dancing sharp. VooDoo Chef, got the potion, feel the heat in every bite. You are worship with devotion, flavor takes you to new heights.
Everybody likes it dirty. VooDoo Chef Dirt, our version of an espresso rub, built for the perfect cowboy steak, dirty bird, or even popcorn. Doesn't matter where you like it dirty, rub a little dirt on it.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay better listen up. VooDoo Chef is here, he's about to disrupt. He'll taste it all, give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words, he's the one they see.
What's going on, Voodies? It's a macaron day from Shay Shay Sweets. You know, in my opinion, they're the best they are. I call this one the Hannah Montana. It's the best of both worlds. You've got a macaron from Shay Shay Sweets, and this one is the Tequila 512 macaron. The best of both worlds. Oh my God. Get you some.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay better listen up. VooDoo Chef is here. He's about to disrupt.
All right, that might be called the Hannah Montana, but for the record, I've never, ever seen Hannah Montana. And I mean, who would believe that somebody would be a rock star and a normal person, have a best friend named Lily, and a brother named Jackson who has some of the best jerky on the planet? I've never, ever seen that show a single day in my life. Just saying. And with that said, we're here with Chef Tim Kielich, the exec chef of Ardea Country Club, a Voodoo since day one, founding member of the VooDoo crew, supporter of the VooDoo Chef Foundation. I got nothing but love for Tim. Former culinary educator. His wife's an educator. A beautiful family, a family man, and the epitome of chef and chef life. Chef, what is going on, my friend?
Well, I just want to say that you said that's the best of both worlds, and I cannot tell you how much I love that song by Sammy Hagar and Van Halen. I don't know if you knew this. But
Which
both
song?
worlds.
Best of both worlds. It's an absolute amazing song by both artists, by the way. And I did notice your shirt. I did have the good fortune of going to see Sammy Hagar. I've never seen Sammy as Sammy. I've seen Sammy as Van Halen.
Yeah.
Angelina bought me tickets. That's my daughter. Our rock star. And her and I went to see Sammy Hagar in the most torrential downpour. Loverboy canceled. They asked Sammy, "Do you want to go on?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going on."
Wasn't
And
it great?
it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I wish I would have known you were there. We were probably less than 50 feet away from each other and didn't know we were each there. I would have come hung out with your family and drank all night instead of sitting with my family and drinking all night while you were sitting with your family and drinking all night. Just a great show. Great show. Chef, let's get into the nitty gritty.
Okay.
I want to go back and I want to really talk about food and our industry, because some people watch us just because we're dumbasses, and I get that. But some people really want to hear about the food and the stories in the kitchen. I want to go way, way back, and I want to go back to middle school, high school, Tim. When did we know and how did we know that this was our future?
Wow. I don't know.
This is nothing Tim and I ever talk about. He's totally
accident, money. Oops, daisies. What have I got myself into? Like, there's a lot of ways you can phrase that. Easiest way to phrase that is I moved here from New York, and I went to the 8th grade. No friends. 1 year.
Dunedin, Florida.
Yeah, Dunedin, Florida. That's right. I moved here from Binghamton, New York. 8th grade. Spent 1 year in 8th grade. My brother was in high school. My two sisters were in elementary school. So I had nobody. Figure it out. Make the friends you can make. I go into high school and find ROTC. Spend 4 years in ROTC. I was an officer in the ROTC. I was a mascot. I was like, the Navy is going to be my life. The Navy is going to be my life. One of my best buddies, Jason, met him in about the end of 9th grade summer. We just clicked. I started out as a dishwasher at 15 years old at an Irish pub in Dunedin. My buddy Dale, his parents owned the place, gave me a job. Met a couple of people that were working at the Sandbar Sports Grill. Now it's Ozona Blue. 16 years old, is a line cook over there. So
That's 15 line cook. That's a big deal.
Dishwasher, 16. I'm a fry cook. doing all kinds of craziest things you do at 16 on the water at the Sandbar Sports Grill.
That's where the big bucks
decided
start.
we're going to go together, me and Jason, to the CIA. He said, "No, I'm not going to the CIA. I'm going down to FIU down in Miami." I said, "Oh, shit." So my parents give me my duffel bags. They put me on a train in Tampa. They say, "Have fun in New York." So off I went at 17 years old. I thought I was going to join the Navy, officer in the ROTC. Thought I was going to join the Navy. Here's your duffel bag, off you go. So I spent 2 years in the snow with a motorcycle. Couldn't afford to do much else but come back home. And got some jobs with some really cool people and some really cool tutors and some chefs that I learned a lot about from. Chefs that taught me how to be, and chefs that sure taught me how not to be. And so I learned from them both. And I hope that I merge those two sort of thought processes and pass them on to the people that work for me now. I hope.
Now, I learned something new tonight about Chef Tim, and again, we're talking with Chef Tim Kielich, the exec chef of Ardea Country Club. And if you have any questions for Chef Tim, don't hesitate to write them in the chat bar there. And don't be confused. We're still the same asshole show you ever watch. We're playing trivia at 9:30. Don't lose that. Tim, something new I learned. I did not know you were a 4-year ROTC guy. And as soon as you said that, I was like, shit, I could see it. I can't believe I didn't pull that out. I assumed that all of that was from the CIA because a lot of our roots in the culinary industry are military driven. And a lot of, our brigade, a lot of our systems, a lot of everything we do is military driven. And that there's a lot of history behind that.
No, it's great.
We don't have to get into that.
No, I went to a leadership academy in Athens, Georgia. I was the captain of the rifle team. I was in line for the XO of the of our ROTC until I got kicked out of high school.
So the CIA was maybe an afterthought, a backup plan, and that's where
it was a backup plan, but then that was the only plan. There was no backup plan.
But working in industry, and it's funny, your story and mine aren't different in some ways. I didn't go to culinary school. I went straight to work and I learned in industry, but it was my backup plan. And my plan B, my best plan B became the best plan A.
The best plan A. That's right.
And that's the way it works. The best plan A is to have a great plan
you
B.
go with what you know, right? I'm pretty good at this. I think I'm good at this, right? I want to show that I'm pretty good at this. Somebody give me an opportunity to show that I'm pretty good at this. Sometimes that's all you need is somebody to say, "Hey, let me see what you got."
I tell this story quite often to high schoolers. College wasn't for me. I wasn't built for college. And I don't know that I wasn't built for college so much as to say nobody taught me how to be good at college. Because I'm a smart guy, but nobody taught me how to be good at college. But what kind of drew me to our industry at 14 years of age, and of course, it's all hindsight. At the time, it's feeling and emotion, but in hindsight, you get to realize the actual why behind it. I walked into a restaurant called the Mullet Inn on Courtney Campbell Causeway at 14 years of old to bus tables, 14 years of age. They didn't ask me how old I was. They didn't ask me what my age, race, weight, color, anything about that. They asked me, can you come in this uniform? And are you willing to start tomorrow night? That was it. I wasn't judged by anything else than my willingness and aptitude to come in and learn and work. And
I had the same thing. Can I interrupt? I want to say I have the same exact experience because my buddy had parents that owned an Irish pub, and they said we needed a dishwasher, and I said I need a job, and I could ride my bicycle there, and I was scrubbing shepherd's pie crocks,
Right?
baked on potatoes. Off
And as shitty as that is, you loved it.
And the guys were cooking all the food, listening to the radio station. They'd go out back and smoke cloves and drink Guinness. And I'd wash the stove and clean the flat top and scrub the floor. 15 years old. I said, I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy.
So that was my second job.
And goes, lights up a clove and drinks a Guinness out back, while somebody else cleans up after me.
So my first job, they didn't judge me based on anything. They accepted me. Now, my second job is that right there. My brother said, do you want to come wash dishes for me? And I said, hell yeah. Who doesn't want to hang out with their older brother, right?
Yeah.
And my older brother's 6 years older than me. He was managing a pizza shop. My job was to wash dishes. I'm washing dishes, and 30 minutes before we open, they all go out back. They're drinking beers. They're smoking cigarettes. And I open the door to say, where the fuck did everybody go? And my brother goes, get back in there and wash dishes. And I said, I'll show them, because all I wanted to do was be them. I went to the line and took the cooking wine and filled up a container. And I'm sitting in the dish room. Dude, I didn't know what drunk was. I had no business being there that day. And I never, ever did it again. But it was wanting to be accepted and be part. And our industry does that. It doesn't matter who you are, what race, creed, color. If you're willing to come in and put in a hard day's work, we're willing to accept you. And more importantly, pay you.
So that was my second job. So my brother, who's a year older than me, was a cook at the Sundance Grill. With a whole bunch of buddies.
Let's throw some love real quick. Roy Kielich, the original noodle man.
The original noodle man.
Nothing but love for our man Roy. Oh my God! Ragged Old Souls, lead guitar player. Yep. The rhythm guitar player for Ragged Old Souls, the original band of VooDoo Chef. Nothing but love for our boy Roy.
So he was cooking there already. So I moved from dishwasher to cook at that place. And I spent a year there, and I cooked around all those chunks. And they sent me this big-ass basket. All the people that owned the place made me this big-ass basket. It was a alarm clock and all the stuff that you need for going off to college. And they give me this big basket of sending off present at 16 years old, 17 years old, off to college. I still have that alarm clock. I'm 41 years old, and that alarm clock still wakes me up every day. But that's a boss that saw something in you that said, you're going to do something with your life, kid. And put all his employees together, and they all threw something in the basket. They all gave me a pack of cloves to smoke on the train, and a little this, little that. But one of the coolest parts of my life at 17 years old, where somebody says, I think you're worth it.
I didn't find that until I was 20, and because we have to give the flowers, we have to give them while we're here. I need to say it out loud because that's our industry and who we are, and we have to pay respect. When I was 17 years old, I got fired. I'm sorry. When I was 20 years old, I got fired. Tim found it at 17. I got fired, and I called up one of my buddies who I got a job at a sister restaurant, and I said, dude, I just got fired. He said, come over here. My chef will give you a job. I drive right over. I knock on the back door. The chef answers the door, and he's like, who the fuck are you? What do you want? And I said, my name's Erik. I need a job. And of course, my buddy didn't tell him I was coming. He goes, why the fuck should I give you a job?
Yeah.
And I said, honest to God, I said, because I can't go home and tell my mom I got fired. And he goes, God damn it. You start on Friday, and I got 1 day a week. And that gentleman turned in to be my mentor, and to this day, He and I still talk. We're still buddies. I just got invited to his daughter's wedding 35 years later, and I would not be doing what I do without Chef Anthony Chick, and nothing but much love to Chef Anthony Chick. Tim?
It only takes one.
That's it.
Takes one to change life.
And we said we weren't going to talk about the foundation, but we have to throw it out. If you're out there watching this podcast, if we can be the one, let's be the one. We laugh, we joke, we talk about partying like rock stars since 5 o'clock. Remember, party responsibly. We're all at home. We're all adults. We're all doing what we do. But it does only take one. And if you want to help us be that one, log on to the VooDoo Chef Foundation. Find out where you can help us, be that one in somebody's life to help make that difference. Because that's why we do what we do, because somebody did it for us. And if you're looking back on your life and you can't find that person that made that impact on you, maybe it was that one, or maybe it was 10 who made those little impacts. It was definitely somebody, and we need to be that somebody for somebody moving forward. So log on and, be that one. Be that one, as cheesy as that sounds. And I said we weren't doing it, but we did. As we're doing that, we got my man Pat posting in 80s pop culture trivia right around the corner. He's got the link. If you want to compete against me, Big Eddie C, Chef Tim, and the entire Kielich family, click the link, get in. We'll bring you in, and you can compete against us. Tim, let's flash forward to CIA, and then through CIA. We got Kendra Mastrone checking in. Kendra, what's going on? Look, Kendra, tomorrow, whatever time you get to work, call me. We can make arrangements. I can come see you. You can come see me. I can bring people to you. We can arrange some connections and try to get you some help down there. If you don't know Kendra, Good Food, Eats and Catering, Good Eats, Food and Catering, Kendra Mastrone, it's one or the other. Kendra, post your links in there so we can get you out. Kendra is one of the rock stars, former Chamberlain alum. Nothing but love for Kendra. Tim, let's fast forward. We get out of the CIA. We come home. You had a lot of great mentors. Can you touch on those people?
Oh, yeah. So Tullio Mastrangelo, right? So I go to work for this guy who does everything, this tight-knit family and top Northern Italian cuisine. His wife's sauteing Dover sole and we're filleting Dover sole sable side. And they wouldn't let me do it. So they said, you're in charge of garmage. I said, okay, fine. So now I'm making, peach flambe and all kinds of crazy nonsense desserts.
We can tell how much you love that.
Bake. Why am I baking pastry cream? It was terrible. So I went to Palm Harbor Ale House and started frying chicken wings. Applied for a kitchen manager job, and I said, "Holy smokes, I don't want this."
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be a total asshole with no disrespect. You know I love you more than anything. Coming from the CIA, was it a job at that point? Going for the Palm Harbor Ale House general manager job? What posed you to go to Palm? What put you down that path? Because when you think Culinary Institute of America, I got to be honest, Tim, I don't think about Palm Harbor Ale House.
Here's the thing about school and school in general.
1,000%. I can't wait.
Pay for school. You have to have money to live. You have to have money to drive. You have to have money to live your life. So that's fantastic, unless you're super driven to ask for somebody to pay for all of these things. You're probably not going to get them. So what's the reality? Where do you go? So I lived with my parents, and I found the best restaurants I could possibly find. And I found a restaurant at Tullio, top-end Northern Italian restaurant. I will tell you what, this place did it right. But I was the guy they could afford to hire, And when I needed more money, I went for a kitchen manager job and get out of town. So then I found the Black Pearl in Dunedin, and I got in there as a sous chef. Took me about 1 year to get to executive chef. Then we got 3 stars in the mobile travel guide. And then things started moving. It's like, you got to prove yourself, but you got to get in someplace. And you got to keep trying.
So Tim, the way I put that is sometimes we have to do the things we hate to get to do the things we want.
Sure.
And just, you know, because I'm the guy that has to do this, we got Mitch checking in for trivia, and we got Dagger checking in for trivia tonight. Roy Kielich, nothing but love. Again, Tim's older brother, more importantly, rhythm guitar player for Ragged Old Souls, the original official band of the VooDoo Chef.
Can I just say that you just referred to him as Tim's brother and not me as Roy's brother? Because 40 years later.
And Roy's laughing. Just so you know, Tim, I knew you first, and I knew Roy second. And Roy is the official noodle man of the podcast, and always will be. And I say that with nothing but love. And Roy, I love you.
He's the smarter. I'd rather buy him out now before he kicks me.
And just so you know, Roy, I love where you're at, and I'm so proud of you. Keep kicking ass. All right, so Tim, you did the things you hate to get to do the things you want.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what year you started at the Black Pearl?
2004.
All right, 2004. I would have been 24 years old. My old man would have been 54 years old. My old man used to eat at the Black Pearl and talk about how absolutely fucking amazing it was. So for that, for my father, I thank you, Tim. Tim got it to a 3-star restaurant. And to this day, if I'm not mistaken, the Black Pearl is still a quintessential restaurant in Dunedin, Florida. And Tim kicked that off. And, dude, mad props to you, brother. I'm very proud of the fact that I know you and can say that I know you. And I brag about that all the time. You're a rock star, dude. So
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So a very good friend of mine, Zach, we worked together at Bon Appetit.
Another restaurant that my old man frequents forever and a day.
So a very good friend, Zach, and I worked together at Bon Appetit in our younger days, very much younger days. And now he bought that from the original owners. And so now he owns Black Pearl. I'm like, oh,
right?
want that back.
So much. If I only knew. It's funny, Tim. I was, true confessions, and I hate when I keep saying that. A lot of change in my life going on at the present moment, and I text you about that earlier. Last night, I told my family, if my body was not as broken as it is, and my body is fucking broken, not from playing football, not from partying like a monster, from our industry. Our industry is that demanding. I told them if my body wasn't as broken as it is, I would go back to industry tomorrow because I miss it that much. Tim, tell me what you're thinking. And
Why?
Well, because I'm going to throw something right back at you that fast. Go ahead. Why go back to industry?
To me?
Well, are you asking me why go back to industry, or why am I asking you?
Industry? Why would you?
Same reason you still work in industry that day, to this day. You can't replicate the feeling of having a team behind you, a team with you, looking to the left, looking to the right, going, when the fuck are we going to get out of the goddamn weeds? And then coming out of the weeds and having that rush, that feeling, that emotion, and going, fuck, that was great. And I was having this conversation tonight and I think you're going to tell me what I already know. You're going to say, a big boy, it's not like it was 15, 20 years ago.
No, it's not like it was 15, 20 years ago because I work in a country club now. So completely different animal. Completely different animal.
So that's why I would go back to industry, because as I truly believe we're changing lives, and I say we, not I. It takes all of us. It takes Tim Kielich, who is our industry partner. It takes Patrick, who's side by side with me every day. It takes Ed, who is on the academic side, who you might say, how the fuck does Ed help you guys? What you don't know, Ed is my friend for fucking forever and a day, and my rock and roll brethren. But Ed also is the academic instructor for all of our struggling students currently at Irwin Technical, who we need to elevate. Ed helps them all in their online process. So we're all connected in what we do to grow children, whether it's talking shit on this podcast or in real life behind the scenes. I'm not gonna deny how amazing that is, but there's something in me that you know, being in a kitchen, there's nothing like it. You can't replicate that. And I hate to quote Tom Bodette, but maybe it's just something that yearns for me to want to have that feeling again. But there's nothing like that feeling of fucking Easter Sunday when you know you've got 2,000 people coming through the door in a 10-hour span, and you got to fucking kick ass and take names. And you got to look left and look right and trust those people and know that you're going to come out on the other end feeling like fucking like goddamn rock stars. And those people are going to go home and say, man, that was the best I've ever had. And hope they come back next year and say it again.
And we'll leave the light on for you.
What's that?
And we'll leave the light on for you.
All right, Tim. Dude, nothing but love. Tim's a rock star. Check him out at Ardea Country Club. I showed that clip twice, and the reality is, we say it all the time. You don't have to be a member. Just tell me you're there to see Chef Tim.
Just tell him Chef Tim sent you.
And if you watch the video, Tim and I say it at almost the exact same time, and we start laughing at almost the exact same time. But Tim, let's 5 minutes. We've got people. We've got Dagger Livingston III. Am I correct? Dagger, shake your head.
Livingston
right.
Dagger.
What is it? Captain Livingston Dagger.
That's right.
All right. So we got Captain Livingston Dagger in the room. We've got Mitch in the room. If you want to play trivia, log in now. We're going to take 5 minutes, Tim. You and I live very close to the Tampa Bay, upper Tampa Bay, if you will. And, when they talked about the 10-foot storm surge, I immediately thought of a few people. First and foremost, my home. I live less than, I think, a mile, maybe a mile and a half from the bay. My mother-in-law lives on Rocky Creek, and Dana Shores was the #1 area of concern for storm surge before Bayshore and South Tampa. And then I thought of my friend Tim Kielich, who lives one park, literally a city park. I mean, a fucking swing set and a slide away from Upper Tampa Bay Park. 600 feet?
6 feet.
6 feet above sea level. And I was like, when the oh shit moment happens, everybody internalizes and thinks, let me protect my circle. But as it starts to come about, you start to go, oh shit, what's going on? Here in Tampa, the hurricane was 100 miles offshore. And it's funny when we talk about it on the onset, when it's happening, they're saying 80 to 120 miles offshore. After it's over, they're saying 100 to 200 feet offshore. The reality is it was, about 100 feet offshore. And it was like the perfect distance for it to throw so much water into the mouth of Tampa Bay. that we had 10-foot storm surges. Down on Davis Island, you had aqua fences around the hospital. Not everybody is blessed to have that. If you were to drive down South Tampa right now, it looks like I'm going to say Sanford and Sons garage, their yard. Everybody has their furniture out to be picked up because of flooding in their home. And when you think of flooding, you might say just let it dry out. But what you don't think about is when the flooding comes in, it's not just salt water and seawater. It pushes up the sewer water. And so you have fecal matter and everything in the floods. Patrick's running some pictures of the events right now. When you think of all these things, it's pretty goddamn scary. Tim, at a swing set and slide away from Upper Tampa Bay, 6 feet above sea level, what did you experience from Hurricane Helene?
It is still closed. The park across from me is still closed. So Jack Willie's half a mile away from me. They lifted up their exterior.
Look at that drawer, Tim. Look at that. That is some silverware drawer. Probably, I think standard is about 30 to 40 inches off the floor, full of water.
And I will say, and that wasn't done even.
I just want to interject right here real quick. Everybody around me is in that. You should see the whole flooding devastation right around me. It is heartbreaking. And friends of ours, family members, friends of ours that are down here, like, lost absolutely everything.
I have a former student who is probably in, just hitting 30, on her second kid. They're just peaking in their life, and they lost absolutely everything. My mother-in-law had 12 inches of water in her house, and thank God her first floor is garage and foyer.
Yeah.
We lost carpet and some drywall. My former student had 18, and Jen Scanlon, we're definitely thinking about you. Jess, we're definitely thinking of you. Had 18 to 24 inches of water in her house and lost absolutely everything. Tim,
we got so lucky. If it came out 4 more inches, it would have been inside my house. This way, that way, not so lucky.
Patrick, if there's any way you can bring up the picture, there's Tim's house.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you look at Tim's house, it looks like it's floating on the water.
I sandbag and tape the shit out of that thing. That's Jack Willie's.
This is at Jack Willie's where Tim hangs out every Monday
half
from
a mile
4 to
from
6.
my house.
Half a mile. Tim hangs out there every Monday from 4 to 6 if you'd like to join him, buy him a beer. Here's one of the boats from the dry dock hanging over the wall.
That's
a weird place to put a walk-in freezer.
I don't understand the picture of New York next to it, but okay.
It's just my background, my screen background.
Gotcha,
I'm showing my entire screen.
Got you. Let's take a look at the walk-in cooler.
Yeah, go back to that one again.
Look at this here. The walk-in cooler's pretty much. I can't even see the walk-in cooler. Oh, I see it now.
It's over here.
Not that I'm drinking. Best
wild, right?
And the walk-in cooler is in the canal. That's the freezer.
So there was a decorative boat just to the right of that floated across the street, like 2 blocks down. I didn't send you a picture of the whole restaurant, but 8 feet above that water level that you can see there, 8 feet higher than that.
Holy moly!
It lifted up the beverage coolers in the middle of the bar.
Look at that.
And
down to Manatee County.
I would love to tell you that every single one of us listened to this advice. Obviously, we didn't. Tim stayed home. I stayed home. Patrick and Ed, a little bit more inland. Ed's in South Tampa. He's an STD with all the love. Ed stayed dry. But, they say run from water.
Run from wind, hide from water.
Well, I can swim. That's not a concern. The concern is if it comes up and it hits your electricity outlets. There's so many more concerns. Definitely be smart. Thank God for those Tocobaga Indian mounds that kept that hurricane from coming here. And I will pray to those mounds every fucking time. You do you. But thank God for everybody and the minimal loss of life that we had. Property can be replaced. It doesn't make it easier. But, I hate to sound cliche. Let's look at what we do have, not what we don't. Log in for some VooDoo games.
1, 2, 3, time to play VooDoo games. Let's seize the day. Contestants ready, stand up tall, get ready to face the VooDoo Chef's call. Guitars raging, drums pound loud, and the stage show will make you proud. Guess the answer, show your might, bring the fire, shine so bright. VooDoo games, here we go. Take a chance, give it a throw. VooDoo games, show what you got. Beat the chef, give it all you got. VooDoo games, here we go. Take a chance, give it a throw. VooDoo games, show what you got. Beat the chef, give it all you've got.
All right, it's time for VooDoo Games. Tim, before we jump into this and bring in our competitors, we got Mitch and Dagger. Tim, I talk. Tim's not even here, and I'm fucking going all heartfelt on him.
Getting all misty.
Tim, we talk about sharing flowers. I got to give you your flowers, man. From the day I met you, I was like, we got to be homies. I got nothing but love for you, my friend, and love for everything you do. Not just to support us, but dude, I watch you support your community, and I get envious, man. You are a true rock star. Everybody should aspire to be as good of a man you are. Nothing but love, brother.
Oh, you're so kind.
What was I on mute the whole time?
What?
What? You were on mute. I didn't hear you. And Tim, it's still full for you. I finished the other open bottle.
Full for me. Well, thank
All
you
right,
so
let's get ready for trivia. We got Mitch coming in. Mitch, what's going on, brother?
What's up, Mitch?
Not much.
Haven't seen you in a hot minute, man. Appreciate you being here. What the fuck? I got private chat messages. Hold on.
It was me. Just telling everybody what we talked about earlier.
Oh, good, because I can't see that. That's not for me.
No, it's not, just everyone else. Just letting them know.
Good, because aside from not having glasses and the amount of alcohol I may or may not drink. All right, we got to share some love here with my man Dagger. Dagger, what is up,
Gentlemen? Hello, man. Every time I talk to you, dude. Every time I talk to you guys, it just makes me want to get back in the kitchen.
No, it doesn't.
But then I hear you tell the stories about the thousands of people at Easter breakfast, and I'm like, all right, I got some days off. I'm all right. Piracy suits me just fine.
Wait. Any day you want to come volunteer, you come volunteer, and you'll be like, "Fuck this! I'm a lawyer. Kiss my ass, come back, and put on your 3-piece suit and keep doing what you do, man." Roy, are those all decks behind you?
Yes, my entire garage. Let's see. I got my entire garage mostly decorated with skate decks.
So
and
I
music
absolutely love
posters.
that.
He's a
One of
deck
my-
master.
One of my favorite comedians is Dennis Leary, and he says, "Guys, if you're getting married, just get ready." I know Wayne Gretzky. He's won this. He's won that. You know where his trophies are? In the goddamn garage.
Yeah, I've been relegated to the garage 100%. But I'm
Me
fine
too.
with that.
VooDoo Studios is in the garage. But
Yeah,
I'm going to say this. Roy's got all those badass fucking decks. Look at these motherfucking guitars. Fuck all y'all. All right. Patrick, it's time for some
Milo,
VooDoo
go
Games.
get a guitar.
I will turn over to you. As always, the winner of tonight's VooDoo, Roy. Roy, just so you know, I need a rhythm guitar player. Any day you want to come over, brother, you are a solid. You are one of my faves. Any day you want to come, you just
Let's do it.
Blues
But-
Riff and B.
Word on the street
Well, watch
is,
through the changes. Try to keep up.
wait a second. Word on the street is you've been banned from VooDoo Studios.
Hey,
Oh shit.
There we go. There it is.
Tim, hold that guitar up, brother. Tim says he's never won anything. He's never won anything but my love right there. That is giving to. That is a very select few. There's only 15 of those, and Tim Kielich has one of them. All right, so here we go. We're going to play a little VooDoo Games. 10 questions. The winner at the end is the winner with the most points. As always, Patrick will thanks, man. I love you too. Patrick will read a question, and I think he said it's 80s pop trivia. He'll read a question. If you know the answer, simply shout out your own name. Do not shout out the answer. Shout out your own name. Patrick will call upon whomever he hears first. If he calls upon you, you'll have the opportunity to answer the question. If you answer the question right, you get a point. If you do not, no harm, no foul. It'll move on to whomever he heard second, third, and fourth until we get the correct answer, or we move on to the next question. The person with the most correct answers at the end is the winner. And as always, the winner of tonight's VooDoo Games will have their name entered where they could be selected the winner of a prize that may be named at a later date. If you would like to forfeit that, we will give you a life membership. That podcast, Patrick, I turn over to you.
All right, so tonight we've got 1980s pop culture trivia. So
Pulled that off.
here we go. Question number 1. Who was the 40th president of the United States?
VooDoo.
Longboat.
Dagger.
Who's first, Ben?
VooDoo, Longboat, then Dagger.
Biden.
Not correct. Tim?
McKinley.
Not correct. Dagger?
This is 80s pop trivia, right?
It is.
Reagan?
Reagan.
God dang it.
Yeah,
Dagger
I mean,
and
I don't think
Longboat. Dagger and Longboat. I'm going to ask you to use your real names just for trivia.
Roger that.
Is the FBI monitoring this webpage?
I forgot it was 80s trivia, man. That would have been easy.
I was just so confused. Like,
It's
Biden,
Reagan
what?
monitoring.
Biden, McKinley, who?
Damn it, Nancy.
I didn't hear what number you said, dude. You know me. I just got to be first.
No, they're all nards.
If you're playing out there in Booty Land, make sure you, Patrick, I don't have my glasses on. You got to like give me a heads up on time. Make sure you put your answers in that chat bar.
Got it. Question number 2. What was the name of the first space shuttle launched by NASA in 19...
Roy.
Challenger.
Challenger's not correct. Roy.
Enterprise.
Enterprise, not correct. Mitch.
Milo.
Voyager.
Voyager, not correct.
Milo.
Tim or Ed? Milo.
Atlantis.
remember.
South America.
Atlantis, no. South America, no. Ed, you got to guess?
No.
No guess.
Columbia.
Correct answer was
Yes.
Columbia was the
Atlantis
correct
was
answer.
at least a space shuttle.
Discovery.
Correct answer was Columbia. All right, no points for that one. That's all right. Question number 3. In 1983, what toy became a sensation due
VooDoo.
to its pop?
Mitch.
VooDoo and then Mitch.
Rubik's Cube.
Not correct. Mitch.
Roy.
Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch. That
Great
was it.
job, Mitch.
Cabbage Patch.
All right. Question
Hey,
number
did I
4.
miss something? You said because of
Where was I? Sensation because or due to its popularity among children and its animated television series.
Mitch.
was
Did
gonna be
you
the rest
hear
of the question.
children or no?
What?
Did you hear children?
Nope.
No.
No, you answered
Stop
before you
before
finished the question, dude.
Right.
Good job. Welcome to trivia, there, Roy. Welcome to trivia.
Oh, I remember.
If trivia were a ballad, it would look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, or not.
Nah.
Transformers.
Question number 4. Who played the character of Indiana Jones?
VooDoo.
in 19 VooDoo.
Milo.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Before we continue, I've got a music question here for my three brethren in the room. Do any of you know Johnny Jetson?
Negative.
Who said negative? Was that Roy?
Yeah.
Damn, Tim?
What?
Johnny Jetson.
I'm not paying attention. What do you want?
Yeah, we're talking about music again. Do you know a musician by the name of Johnny Jetson?
Joan Jett?
Johnny Jetson.
Johnny Jetson. No.
I know there's a TV show called.
Hey, wait. I hate to breaking news in the VooDoo Chef podcast.
All right.
Breaking news. Jimmy Fike is back. Hashtag Jimmy. Big Eddie Steve, do you know Johnny? Oh, look at my girl's Taylor Swift. Autographed Taylor Swift. Amelia, that is gorgeous.
Oh, you know how much you
Nice.
spent on that?
You know what? You should text Grandma right now. Big Eddie C, do you know Johnny Jetson?
There you go.
I think I've heard the name, but no, I don't.
My man's got 50,000 followers. He is one of my favorite people on Facebook right now. Any Voodoo out there who knows Johnny Jetson, hit him up. I want him on the VooDoo Chef podcast. All right, Patrick, I turn back over to you. Wait.
Okay.
Tim Kielich, I saw this a week ago. You have I don't want to say fetish, but a fandom for Indiana Jones. Can you share that?
I mean, I have a problem. If that's what you mean. You want to see my problem?
I do.
Yeah.
So here is. Wait. All right, keep going. I'll find the key and I'll show you all the relics from the Grail.
Oh, he keeps it locked in a treasure
Yeah, he
chest.
says
I'm
a
sure.
key. I heard that key locked.
Yeah.
While Tim's looking at that up,
What's that?
Jimmy Fike, if you know Johnny Jetson, hit
If
him
you know
up. I
what
want
that
him on the
is.
podcast. Tim, I can't. I've been drinking too much. I don't know what that is.
That's the staff headpiece.
Oh wait, that's
That's
the thing
right.
that got burned into the hand.
Let's see if you get this one. Oh, too much reflection.
Too much of a glare.
Crystal Skull.
No. Close.
So Tim recently was at MGM Studios where he took a picture of the Indiana Jones experience, and then he was posting pictures of some of his pieces and collections from Indiana Jones. Miriam, are you there?
Say, go on, Ed.
This is it's like the excitement is almost too much to bear. Charlie,
Hey, Amelia.
ask me how a bullet comes out from a gun.
Where's the?
All right,
He's searching for the Holy Grail or something in there.
Yeah.
we're gonna start calling you Indiana. Wasn't that the dog's name?
Yeah.
Let's go.
What was Indiana Jones's real name?
Henry Jones Jr.
Just so you know, that did not count as a point. Did not count as a point.
There's
I
no
don't know.
way.
Maybe it
Didn't
should.
say Mitch. VooDoo Henry Jones Jr.
In Greek.
Milo, let's see it, buddy. Show us that ring.
Yeah.
What?
Deal.
I can't hear you. He's talking.
Show us that ring, Poppy. Look at that
Yeah.
bad boy right there. From my pinky to your hand, man. I got nothing but love for you, Milo. All right. I don't know what Tim's searching for. I think everybody's right. The Holy Grail. Whatever you do.
He's in the toilet at this point. He's
That's
forgotten
right.
all about us.
Right.
There's a Holy Grail in there.
Close your eyes.
There will be. Shit.
Patrick, what question are we on?
Doesn't matter anymore. No.
Wait, Patrick. Does it ever matter?
Yeah, true. We are on question number 5.
All right, Tim. I hope you can still hear us. We're going to question number 5. Milo, remember, shout out your own name.
Okay.
All right. Which city hosted the Summer Olympics in 1988? VooDoo.
Seoul.
There we go. All right. Question number 6. What popular arcade game featuring a yellow circular character?
Roy.
Milo.
VooDoo, then Milo.
I think Milo came in first. I don't know. Maybe it's just
I think he did.
Okay. That'll work. Milo, what do we got?
I mean, I want to be fair.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. There we go.
God dang it, Milo! I knew that one.
Uh-huh.
All right,
wait. Are you not winning, Erik?
I got.
Are you
fair,
tied with Milo?
I might be. I don't know, Patrick. I need a score update.
I got 2 points VooDoo, 1 point Milo, 1 point Mitch, 1 point Roy. Ed's just hanging out.
I'm trying, man.
Wait. Ed's not worried about fighting for a point. Ed's like, I know that one. Fuck y'all. Ed's secure with himself, and that's why I love you, Ed. Patrick, what question are we on?
We are on question number 7.
All right, question number 7, and we do got everybody out there answering. Don Hill got Pac-Man right.
Yep.
But I want to throw this out. Big Eddie C. There is a trivia event that takes place every Thursday night in South Tampa. It takes place at McDenton, and there's a lot of millennials and Gen Zs that go down. And right. No offense, Pat. And hang out. And Ed, I would love nothing more than for us to go down and kick their ass in trivia. Not to mention that one of my former students from my very first class, my very first graduating class ever teaching high school in 1997. Fuck you if you think that makes me old. It makes me old. Is the general manager of McDenton's. Big Eddie C, I think we need to put together a VooDoo team and pimp in there and kick their ass. What are your thoughts?
I'm down for it, man. Just let me know when. Thursdays are good.
Every Thursday night. Booties, let us know what Thursday works for you. All the love. Not that we want you on our team. I mean, let's be real. I've got autistic head. We want the cheering support. So every time that VooDoo wins or VooDoo scores a point, and I really don't know how the fuck it works, I want you guys to cheer and scream and shout. And I want all these little, South Tampa, whatever the fuck they are, that come down to Soho and hang out and get, oh my God, Dollar Well Night. Dude, you can't fucking hang even if it is Dollar Well Night. That's right, Jimmy Fike, STD, South Tampa douchebags. We want you to come out and cheer for us. Let us know what night works for you. We will have a VooDoo food mob. We haven't done a VooDoo food mob since before COVID. If you don't know what a VooDoo food mob is, that's where we all just show up in masses and take over a restaurant and let them know who we are. And what better place than McDenton's on a trivia night? And I say we go kick ass. Pat, I turn back to you.
All right. Got a question 7 here. Where is it at? In 1985, which musical charity event featured performance? VooDoo.
Live Aid.
Live Aid. All right. Question number 9.
Quick, man.
I got some serious lag going on here.
Sure you do. Question number 8 now.
Patrick.
Yeah.
I love that snide ass Carmad. Thank you very much. All right, next question.
Oh, seriously. You answered the question before I finished hearing it actually being asked.
Well, just so you know, Don Hill just typed in right now, Live Aid, and he's like, I got it first. I love you.
All right. Question number 8. Who was the first woman to serve as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? VooDoo.
Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher. The last two questions here.
Ed,
Question not.
Ed, are you just letting us win?
No, I got to hear most of it before I say anything. I'm dead in the water, man. It's all good.
It's like, no, I just don't care. Are you watching the debate right now, Ed? What the fuck? I mean,
Absolutely
Patrick's watching
not.
the ball game. Look at the reflection on his face.
I may or may not have the Braves game on the TV right next to me. Why do you think I'm leaning back so I can see the TV?
We all know. And Milo's going, damn, Dad, are you ever gonna get that lock undone? And Roy's
ever gonna come out of the bathroom?
You must have found an old Field and Stream in there to read.
Roy's like, why did I come in tonight?
Oh man.
Hey, Roy, I don't know if you're aware. We do have a VooDoo volunteer group, and on the reason we were partying like monsters since 5 o'clock tonight is we did have our first official Pig Jig meeting tonight. Pig Jig is on October 19th, and we need a ton of volunteers.
That's a Saturday, right?
It is a Saturday. If you're
All right,
interested
cool.
in volunteering for Pig Jig, try to find the VooDoo volunteer group and log on, request to be a member of the VooDoo volunteer group. And that's where you'll find information.
On Facebook?
On Facebook. Facebook, VooDoo Volunteer. Tim, we got about a minute. Show us that scroll.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Nice.
Tim, tell us what that is.
I don't know where he is.
Milo, what is that?
Milo found the scroll.
Milo got into the chest without him. Just took stuff out.
I think Amelia got into the chest and gave it to Milo. Because Tim's going to come out and go, what are you doing with that? And Milo's going to go, Amelia gave it to me. It's in your hand. Tim, what do you got?
Take it.
The Grail tablet.
Just so you know, that was very, very, very Blair Witch right there. What is that?
The Grail tablet from.
Oops.
You had to kill a lot of Nazis for that, huh?
You did.
Hey, you kill as many Nazis as you want right on the VooDoo Chef Podcast.
That's right.
Tim, you're a huge Indiana Jones fan. More importantly, you are a rock star and a pillar in our community. Dude, I got nothing but love for you and everybody around you and associated with you. Guys, if you don't know, follow Tim Kielich. More importantly, follow the VooDoo Chef, VooDoo Chef Foundation. Much love to everybody. Peace and love, guys.